Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something pretty cool about how language works. It's called syntactic ellipsis and sluicing.
Yeah, it's basically how language gets, efficient, saying less but meaning more.
Exactly. We've got some notes here based on syntactic ellipsis and sluicing.
Cool.
And our mission really is just to unpack the basics, get a feel for these linguistic shortcuts. They actually make some complex sentences easier to grasp.
Definitely. So ellipsis, at its core, it's just living stuff out, words, phrases. But you, the listener, you get it because the context fills it in, and there are different kinds, syntactically speaking.
Okay, right. So how do we actually know what's missing? It feels automatic, but what's the mechanism? What are the clues?
Well, the biggest clue is usually what's just been said, the surrounding language. Our brains kind of naturally look back for the missing bits. Like, if I ask, did Sarah finish the report? You could just say, yes, she did.
Leaving out finish the report.
Exactly. It's understood.
Okay. Which I guess brings us to sluicing. That one sounds interesting. What's that about?
Sluicing is, it's a specific type. It usually involves a way phrase, who, what, where, why. And basically everything else that would normally follow just disappears. Think like, somebody called, but I don't know who.
Just who?
Just who. The whole called part is gone. Ellipted. And interestingly, sluicing follows its own structural rules.
Okay, now here's something that seems counterintuitive from the source.
Yeah.
Island constraints affecting ellipsis. What even are island constraints, and why would they apply to words that aren't even there? That sounds odd.
Yeah, it's one of the really fascinating puzzles. So island constraints are kind of like hidden rules in syntax. They usually stop you from, say, moving words too far when you make a question. The fact that ellipsis often seems to obey these same rules, well, it suggests something. Maybe that even though the words are missing on the surface, the full structure is somehow still there underneath. It's a big debate.
Huh. Intriguing. And you mentioned other types earlier. VP ellipsis and gapping? Quick difference.
Sure. VP ellipsis is leaving out the whole verb phrase, the verb and its complements. Like, I can play chess and my brother can too, meaning can play chess too.
Okay, got it. The verb phrase.
Right. Gapping is a bit different. It's usually in coordinated sentences like and or but. You leave out the verb and maybe some other bits in the second part. Like, Sam ate the pizza and Chris the pasta.
So Chris ate the pasta. The verb is gapped.
Precisely.
So it seems like it all really hinges on what came before, the antecedent that's doing the work.
Absolutely key. The antecedent is the linguistic material that licenses the ellipsis, that provides the content for the missing part. Without a clear antecedent, it just doesn't work.
And it's not the same everywhere, is it?
Yeah.
The source-mentioned languages handle this differently.
Oh, definitely. There's quite a bit of cross-linguistic variation. Some languages might allow ellipsis in places English doesn't, or vice versa. Or they might need different kinds of grammatical markers. It shows how flexible language systems can be.
Which leads to maybe a deeper question. Is this ellipsis thing purely about sentence structure, the syntax? Or is meaning, semantics, playing a bigger role?
That's a central debate, really. Is it structure dictating it, or meaning? Some theories lean heavily on syntax, arguing the missing stuff is structurally present but just not pronounced. Others suggest it might be more about semantic interpretation, like understanding the meaning allows us to fill the gap, perhaps without needing a full hidden structure. It's likely a bit of both interact.
And wait, you can have sluicing without the words sometimes? How does that work? That sounds like it breaks the definition.
It does seem like it. Yeah, there are cases discussed where it looks like sluicing, but the expected who or what isn't actually there. It raises some, tricky questions about what the core components of sluicing really are and how we interpret these structures.
Okay, wow. So finally, how does this all tie into the idea of language being economical?
Well, it's a prime example, isn't it? The principle of economy suggests languages tend towards efficiency, saying what's needed with minimal effort. Ellipsis lets us avoid repetition, trim redundancy. We omit what's predictable or easily recoverable from context. It makes communication faster, smoother.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, ellipsis and sluicing are these really sophisticated tools language uses. They let us be concise, efficient, without losing the meaning. It really shows how much complex processing is happening under the hood, even with missing pieces.
Exactly right. It's happening constantly in everyday speech, mostly without us even noticing.
So maybe here's a final thought for you listening. Start noticing it. How often do you use ellipsis or hear it? How easily does your brain just fill in those gaps? What does that seamlessness tell us about, well, just how incredibly efficient human communication is designed to be? Give it some thought next time you chat with someone.